Day 124. 1 Chronicles chapter 13, 14, 15, and 16. Have you ever meant well, but things still went completely wrong? You had the right intention. You wanted to do something good. But somehow, it backfired. That's exactly where we find King David today. This isn't just a story about bringing back the Ark of God. It's a story about leadership, mistakes, correction, and learning how to honor God the right way. Let's go through whispers from the scripture that still apply to life, work, leadership, and decisions we make. Let's start with something uncomfortable. David had a great idea, to bring back the Ark of God to Jerusalem. The people agreed. It felt right, it looked right, but it went terribly wrong. A man named Uzzah reached out to steady the Ark and died instantly. Why? Because they transported the Ark the wrong way. David's intention was good, but he ignored God's instructions. We often say, "My heart was in the right place," but this story challenges that thinking. Sincerity does not replace obedience. You can mean well in parenting, leadership, business decisions, but if you ignore the right principles, the outcome can still be damaging. Partial knowledge can be dangerous. David didn't completely reject God, he just didn't fully follow the process. The ark was supposed to be carried by Levites, not placed on a cart. David later admits, "We did not inquire of him about how to do it in the prescribed way." Sometimes, we don't fail because we're rebellious. We fail because we're careless with details. In modern life, examples abound. Starting a business without understanding systems. Leading a school without clear structures. Making decisions based on assumptions almost right is still wrong. The next whisper focuses on how fear can pause purpose, but it should not end it. After Uzzah's death, David became afraid. He stopped everything. The ark stayed in the house of Obed-Edom for 3 months. David paused the mission. Fear will visit you, especially after failure. But here's the key. Pause is not the same as quitting. Some of you stopped, a project, a dream, a leadership move, because something went wrong. But like David, you're allowed to reflect, learn, regroup. Just don't abandon the assignment completely. Later we see how God's presence brings order and joy. When handled right, when David tried again, he followed the right process. This time the Levites carried the ark, worship was intentional, sacrifices were made, and the atmosphere changed completely, from death to celebration. The same thing that caused chaos before can bring joy when done correctly. Think about relationships, leadership roles, spiritual life. It's not just about doing the right thing, it's about doing it the right way. A wise takeaway from today is that not everyone will understand your expression of purpose. As David danced in celebration, someone watched with criticism. His wife Michal despised him. She saw embarrassment. David saw worship. When you fully step into your purpose, some people will misunderstand you. Your passion may look like excess to others. Your commitment may look like foolishness. Your joy may irritate someone else. Not every critic is correct. Sometimes, they just don't understand your assignment. In chapter 16, David organizes structured worship. He appoints people to give thanks continually. Not randomly, not emotionally. Intentionally. Gratitude is not a mood. It's a discipline. David didn't wait until people felt thankful. He built a system of remembrance. In today's life, families should practice gratitude. Schools should teach it. Leaders should model it. Because when gratitude becomes consistent, perspective changes. So here we are. A quick recap of the 6 powerful lessons that we call scripture whispers of the day. Good intentions are not enough. Partial knowledge can be dangerous. Fear can pause purpose, but not end it. Doing things the right way changes outcomes. Not everyone will understand your purpose. Gratitude must be intentional. David started with excitement, made mistakes, faced fear, but eventually got it right. And maybe that's the real message for you today. You don't have to be perfect to fulfill your purpose. But you must be willing to learn, adjust, and do it right. If this spoke to you, take a moment to reflect. Where in your life are you relying on good intentions instead of the right process? That one shift could change everything.